What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Super Dave, and we're back with an early episode of the Super Dave Stories podcast, episode 5 this is. Guys, I am shot out of a cannon today, and no, it's not the methamphetamine. It is, I'm high on life, and y'all, people have been just keeping my name in their mouth, and I am proud to say that this is by design. You guys are playing into my hands, and I love it. I love it. Most recently, Timothy PeePaw Riveter is back in my news cycle, and I am proud of this, guys. Me and PeePaw have had a rocky, tumultuous relationship here on the YouTubes, as they call them, and let's just keep it 100. I've never trusted the man, and I don't think he's ever trusted me. And we've had an explosive back and forth on Twitter, which I'm gonna go over, followed up by PeePaw's stream this morning, where it's very easy to talk shit about somebody when you have 4 of your yes man cheering you on, and you have no real facts about anything, and your one goal is to smear somebody. That's what he tried to do, and I was in the chat, trying to defend myself, because, by now, guys, I'm not gonna back down from a pile up, a dog pile, whatever you guys want to call it, a pepperin, as this old fuck called it. I will stand on my 2 feet and stand up for what I believe in. I've always said this, so I was in the chat trying to defend myself, and I get timed out, so then I go on my the Super Dave account, and I just couldn't get a word in edgewise. It was like this dude had a goal, and it was his time to say what he wanted, and this is my time. The Super Dave Stories is about me. Some of these viewers here say it's just me bitching and whining. Well, when you get a podcast named after you, or you name a podcast after yourself, then you can bitch and whine on it all you want. I've always said that my videos are an avenue to get my emotions out, and I invite you guys to listen. I'm not begging anyone to listen. I may bait you into listening, from time to time, but it's not my only thing I'm after is views. Views are awesome, but first and foremost, my videos are a form of therapy. I've always said that. And lately, there's been rumors that I doxed this old guy PeePaw, which I didn't. You guys should know by now that was Hashish, who made a alt account in my name. There's been all these crazy alt accounts popping up. MethTown, names in there's accounts in my sister's name, there's accounts in my brother's name. People are just being as hateful and spiteful as they can possibly be, and when I ask about it, or when I gripe about it, I'm told to, grow up, or to toughen up, or I'm told this is just how the commentary community is, Dave. You better get with the program. So it's like, dude, I better just start playing on these people's level. If I want to stick around in this game, it's not for the weak of heart. It's not for pussies. It's really not. And I don't consider myself a pussy. I don't consider myself a bad guy either, by any means. I consider myself Super Dave. Am I easily swayed sometimes? Sure I am. Am I autistic? I absolutely am autistic. I am diagnosed with Asperger's. And I was diagnosed with Asperger's in my 30s. Come to find out, all my drug use and everything, that was me masking. I didn't realize that I was literally masking with my drug use. And now through therapy and everything, I've come to realize that I'm just autistic. And my hatred for people, my dislike and discomfort being around people, it's like I used to have to do drugs to tolerate people, and then now I'm like, fuck people, you know what I'm saying? Kiss my ass. I will tell these people how I feel. Only now it's just the Asperger's. I don't mind being the asshole anymore. I'm actually proud to be the asshole, because it means I have something that I believe in and I stand for. Before we get into the PeePaw stuff, we can't talk about the PeePaw stuff without talking about the DMAX stuff. Recently I posted on Twitter that I crossed the line with D-Max, and I did cross the line with D-Max. I basically cracked the child rape joke, believe it or not. I asked if people thought that this D-Max character was as a child. Wrong, very wrong. I should have never said that, and I regret saying that. And then I did say I would apologize privately. But what's the key word there? Privately. You guys got to understand, there is no privacy in the commentary community. And PeePaw will be the first person to tell that, because D-Max is his little boyfriend, and they discuss everything. And I'm trying to look for this tweet here, guys. Give me a second. So I cracked the joke about D-Max, and of course he told PeePaw, because they're boyfriend and boyfriend. And on my X account, I get this message from PeePaw, and it said, "So you apologized? Oh, that's right. It was a joke. Or was it a troll? Or no, it was a private chat in a public stream. I'm sorry. Which was it again?" And then I, of course, shot back with, "Oh, this is about the D-Max joke. Something I said in a stream chat? Get over it. I have publicly said I crossed the line. If that's not good enough for you or anyone else, oh well." Do you know what has been said about me and my loved ones? I was told that this is how the community rolls. And again, this goes back to another post I wrote about D-Max, because if you guys can't tell, this little kid has really got under my skin. He really is that thorn in my side that I don't know why, but he really just annoys me to all hell. But, you know, so this was during my back and forth with PeePaw. And what really, you know, set all this off was because I posted on my X account, "Did that asshole really just throw a tantrum because he wanted to meet a fictional character from a kid's show made for little girls? Wow. This guy snapped on me on PeePaw's stream for bitching about autism, but then plays the victim when this shit is said about him. Plus he ruins now recording." So I posted that, and that got D-Max's older sugar daddy so upset. I mean, PeePaw defended him like they were married for 26 years. You would have thought I just insulted Miss Riveter. But I did. You know, I am really upset about this video that was aired of D-Max. It's a past video, and he says it was all shtick, and I highly doubt that. I find that very sus, because, guys, you guys remember, I know the wrestling business. I know when somebody's working. That kid was not working. That kid was legit throwing a temper tantrum, and I stand by that. I really do. Otherwise, why, if that's was an act, this guy should be having all these awards, because seriously, the guy was throwing a bitch fit over My Little Pony, and now all the saying is he's always been an open brony, and yeah, but he's a little bitch. Like, my whole post is he's a little bitch. The guy got all big and bad on me for talking about autism, basically telling me get over it. That's the way this community is. But once he gets poked and prodded a little bit, he doesn't come right out and talk about it in the open like I do, or most normal men with a set of balls do. He, you know, he's a gossip. You know, he worships that TV show Glee, I think. So he moves very snaky, very gossip girly. You know, he starts, you know, poor me in his little Discord chats and all this crazy shit. You don't know how this community is until you've been a part of it. So what D-Max does is he plays the victim in Discord chats and really gets that sympathy going. So he doesn't have to say that really hurt my feelings, because he said everything but that hurt my feelings. And that's a con man tactic. If you don't see D-Max as anything other than a little bitch con man, I'm sorry. You need to wake up, and I will be the one to wake you up. Everybody says I'm anti-commentary now, or I've always been anti-commentary. That's not necessarily true. I've always seen problems with this community. I didn't understand how many immature, borderline, incapable people there are, that, you know, these slower adults are so easily swayed. You guys got to understand, when I record this podcast once or twice a week and I post on Twitter once or twice a day, that's it. I have so much shit going on in my real life. Lately, I've just been coming on Twitter and just letting all my rage and all my feelings out in a healthy way. I'm sorry if some people catch shrapnel, but it's helping me in my real life. And that's what life I'm living. I'm living a life for me. And I need to be selfish right now for what I got going on in my life. And that's not me whining and being a little bitch, or being heartless. I don't care if you have sympathy for me or not. I don't care if you think I deserve this or not. I don't care if you think this is karma or not. When I post this stuff, it's a way for me to feel better, and that's what I'm all about right now. I'm about making myself feel better. And sometimes being a snarky asshole really feels good to my soul. And you could say, well, that's evil, Dave. You are a bad evil man. I can't change your feelings on that. I can't change your mindset on that. If that's what you think, for real, just block me and move on. I'm still gonna be here making my content. Like I said, I invite you guys to watch. But if you guys are impeding, anything, I have no problem hitting the block button at this point in my career. We're gonna go on and we're gonna talk more about this situation between me and PeePaw and how it, unfolded through this Matt Pitt. Matt Pitt saw that I posted this about D-Max, and of course he had to come to the aid of his fellow co-host. And I'm just gonna be real here, Matt. This is Dave Teschendorf speaking to you, man to man, no shtick, no character. That D-Max kid is gonna ruin everything you got going with Now Recording, bro. And that's me speaking to you from a real place. I think you understand production. I think you understand what you want to get out of Now Recording. I assure you, D-Max will not get you there. I would keep him on as an editor. And if you're gonna make the guy an on-air personality, bro, please, you should try to keep it to like one segment on the show, because people are seriously burnt out with D-Max. And I'm speaking, I don't want you to think this is me being bitter or I'm trying to shit on the kid, because honestly, I could care less if the kid makes it or not. I'm just speaking to you on some business shit, bro. I think D-Max is taking advantage of what he has with Now Recording. I think he's going to continue to do it. And then I have a feeling that you're going to be full of regrets when all is said and done. That's all I'm gonna say about it, Matt. But Matt said me, saying this about D-Max proves I am autistic. And again, guys, I am autistic. I'm diagnosed with Asperger's, and I was diagnosed with Asperger's in my mid-30s. Well, I was diagnosed when I was 31, I believe. So yeah. So imagine being diagnosed with Asperger's in your 30s. That was a trip all on its own. So I posted that, and then of course, PeePaw, which he's got me blocked now, so I don't know how this is all gonna work here, because he gets to do his stream and gets to read all the tweets, but then blocks me. So yeah, that's just how it is. But I think I can pull it from notifications, but it's gonna be very piecemeal, so you guys are gonna have to work with me here. So like I said, PeePaw got his stream out of me and then blocked me. So, I'm just going to paraphrase his tweets, because that's just the kind of knob this Timothy is. So basically, all I wrote back to Matt Pitt was, this doesn't change the fact, Matt, that your homeboy got caught crying over My Little Pony. All I've been hearing is how hurt this kid is by what people are saying, yet he told me to get over it when I made a big deal about being outed as autistic before I could tell my audience. And I think that's a fair thing to be upset about, you guys. And you can say it's not all you want. We'll agree to disagree. Matt comes back with, are you doing the heel persona thing again? Is this the gimmick now, to be a whiny heel or something? See, everybody's saying I'm whiny. This is the Supa Dave Stories podcast. It's gonna come off whiny at sometimes, because I'm sharing my feelings. I've been opening my life up to everybody who wants to share in it with me. So yeah, sometimes I'm gonna be whiny. Is it shtick? Is it character work? Yeah, it's me. Like, what did Steve Austin say? His character was him cranked up to 100%. This is me cranked up, with the volume cranked up. That's what I'm giving you guys right now. yeah, I think that fits, you know. But then PeePaw came in there, posting the sloth from the Goonies, basically insinuating I'm slow. And you guys do know that autism is actual a disability. You guys do know that, right? Every as we go on to talk about Peeper's stream here, he goes disabled. And cracked this whole joke like, bro, you don't know my struggles, you don't know what I go through, bro. I show you a little portion of me, and that alone is me cranked up so much. You would be an oddball to think I'm not a little loony. But you don't know the real me, bro. So get that straight through your fucking head, bro. For you to act like autism is not a disability and it's something that can just be tossed around, it's really not, bro. You yell about child SA jokes and everything. That is no different, in my opinion, than making fun of somebody who's disabled. It's apples and oranges, bro. They're still fruit. One doesn't taste sweeter than the other, in my opinion. So what I wrote back to PeePaw was, PeePaw making fun of the disabled now too? Wow, I thought you were so much better than that, Tim. Must be that dark side we haven't seen yet. Wait till Hash continues to ride your ass for the next few months. I said, I'm sure that side will come out of you as it did me. And then I said, as the posts keep going on here, of course, he blocks some stuff here. This Red Hood says, as a mentally disabled person, I give River a pass for making fun of my kind. You can do that. I'm not doing that. Who's this? I can't even read that name. PeePaw has a turkey gobbler, and I'm pretty sure that counts as a disability. Okay. Yeah, so people having fun with it. Okay, and then I came back and I said, as the saying goes, Tim, it takes one to know one, and you, sir, have a dark soul. The funny thing is, I don't have to lift one finger to out it. You have a legion of haters already on you. Have fun with that. And that's the truest statement. PeePaw has a lot of people who think he's perverted. They find his philanthropy nothing other than perverted acts to gain a sugar baby. People think that that's what PeePaw is after. He's in his midlife crisis now, and people feel he's looking for sugar babies, and he's spoiling them with their hopes and dreams of being a streamer, because the man just got 1,000 subs, so he can make or break your career, y'all. So allegedly the man is after sugar babies, and those he have purchased goods for are all females in mid to late 20s, early 30s. So if that doesn't scream midlife crisis or a pervert who wants favors in return for goods, I don't know what else is. This is 2023. I've read enough novels and seen enough true crime to know how this thing works. You remember, guys, I know about true crime. That's what doxers are made of, people who love true crime. And then PeePaw came at me saying I love using his docs, which he accused me of outing, which I didn't. And I said, I've shared no more info than you shared. In fact, I had a fight. I said, in fact, I had to fight the defamation coming from your camp about me being the one who did it. If you would have took an actual look at that account, you would know it wasn't me. But Milltown equals bad guy sounds a lot better than I was doxxed by a nobody. And Muldoon, of course, says I am a nobody, but, who's Muldoon? You know what I'm saying? Just another knob. So we went back and forth, and I told him how I thought he was a pervert, and I think he spends his evenings at the strip clubs when he should be at home loving on his beautiful wife, and making sure she knows how appreciated she is. I'm sure she loves hearing that her husband just spent X amount of dollars on a hot Asian woman. I'm sure that makes her confidence go way up. You could have took, a quarter of that money and bought, your wife a real nice piece of lingerie, peepers, but your mind is younger and Asian and everything your wife is not. And you're saying, Dave, you're crossing the line. You're bringing up the wife. You're bringing up the wife. I don't think I'm crossing the line here. I'm talking about a personality who often brags about his wife online. He just told me in maybe 3 other tweets about his name. He said, hello, guys, my name is Tim. And then he had people saying, you don't look like a Tim, you look like a Brian. And then other fans saying, you should change your name to technically Tim. So you can't get mad at me for calling you by your name, bro. Whether it was outed by a doxer or not, you yourself confirmed and introduced your audience as that name. So you can't be mad at me for saying it. But we went back and forth for a while, and it was just fun. I was letting out all the anger and frustration that I am dealing with in my life. And that's why I use my platform for, is to get this off my chest. And like I said, you don't have to watch it. I would be okay if there's only 2 viewers. As long as I can get it off my shoulders and put these videos out there, that's all I really care about. Is it cool that the views are there? Sure. Does it make me feel good watching numbers go up? Sure. But it doesn't bother me when numbers are going down. It just makes me think, where can I go to get new viewers? A lot of these people in this community are sharing the same fan base. I mean, I posted about Badwick sharing the same fan base as Kevin the other day. They share the exact same fan base, to the point where Badwick gets so in his chest and gets mad at Kevin when they go live at the same time, because Badwick's viewers get split right in half, because they're sharing the same fan base. It's crazy. And I can show the streams where Badwick visually gets upset about Slug. And they were talking about me, believe it or not. Another time when people continue to make their views off of Milltown and Milltown's Best, but don't see the fact that I am actively putting my name in the news cycle every day. It's there because I want it there, because I continue to post. I continue to poke and stir the kettle. I got a message from a community member the other day, and I was just like, they were like, what did you mean by this? And I said, absolutely nothing. This is me stirring the pot just to talk some shit. And if you guys genuinely think that like this stuff, I'm that upset about now recording, you guys are fucking mental. Seriously, you're nutters. If you really you want to know, the one thing that really hurt me in this community was my supposed friendship with Eli. That's gonna be a whole video all in its own right, because everything that I was led to believe about this woman was fake, down to her pronouns. Everything is fake about Eli. And I saw the real her. And it sucks that it took leaked, because the man thing couldn't keep her private messages off her stream. She ended up fucking over Eli so bad. I would have never known that someone was shit talking me behind my back. And then she says it's her expressing concerns about a friendship. No, it was you plotting against me, Eli. Don't get it twisted. You were plotting. And you're still plotting. And you act like I don't have the receipts. You act like I don't have the messages. You act like I don't have every single VC. Seriously, Eli, you think I'm that slow? I'm hurt by everything that I opened up to you, to the point I thought of you as like a real life friend. I've never thought about anybody in this community as like a real life friend. I opened up to you, you opened up to me. You told me all about your family, all about your brother. You told me stuff that I'm not gonna be outing all this shit. You know what I'm saying? Even as much as I'm hurt and I feel how bogus you did me, well, I'm sitting here singing your praises and you're plotting behind my back because I cracked a couple of jokes you don't like. Should we talk about the jokes we cracked in VCs that you didn't know were recorded? Should I talk about the sound bites that we had, group sound bites, and if God forbid if those get released to the public? seriously, you're so quick to morally pass judgment. Like I said, I'll be a shitty human being. I'm not perfect, but at least I'm owning up to it. Do I want friends? Friends are cool. They're fine. But I want a clear conscience above everything else. And I know I'm going off on so many tangents right now, guys, but this is my fucking show. And I'm going to get all of this off my chest. And I'm going to do it in whatever way I see fit. But we got to go back to PeePaw, guys. So we had that issue last night, and it went back and forth, back and forth. And then I'm told that PeePaw's doing a stream on me in the next morning. And you know, when you hear that somebody's doing a stream on you, when I first got into, you know, commentary and, you know, everything, I was so afraid of people wanting to do videos on me or exposés on me. You know, after the 30th time, it doesn't bother. I don't even listen to them anymore. I stopped listening to, you know, they all spew the same shit. They basically just read tweets, which I've told you guys. These tweets, I wake up in the morning and I think of a good tweet and I put it out. And then I just check it periodically throughout the day. That's about as much thought that goes into it. As opposed to these people who think I'm so serious and I'm plotting. And, you know, I've just learned when these people do their videos and their streams, they're just after views. They want, you know, and like I said, guys, I'm putting myself in the news cycle, so I can't be mad about somebody commenting about my videos when I'm putting my content, you know, in the cycle. I'm not gonna be everybody's cup of tea. I've said this several times, and I'm okay with that at this point in my life. But I think that other people are not okay with that for me. And that's something that they got to deal with, because that's kind of weird. You know, you can't live parasocially through creators. Seriously, that's some weirdo shit. And we'll touch on that in future episodes. But I know I'm going off on so many tangents, guys, but that's just because, you know, this PeePaw stream really rubbed me the wrong way. I'm in chat here and I'm getting timed out, can't say my piece. So I'm just going to start it, guys, and I'm going to put my comments in where they need to be. And that's how I'm going to end this episode, guys. He talked about me for like 45 minutes, so we're not going to listen to all of it. But he gets, like I said, he has the usual suspects. That maggot bitch called in, Abby called in, and I will say this: Abby was classy. You know, I will say that Abby was 100% classy, and I respect that. Abby, thank you for being respectful. I appreciate that. You at least knew the line, and sometimes I don't know that line, but you were able to toe that line, and I thank you for that. But of course he had Ruin Leon on. This man is like my arch nemesis, I guess. Whenever I'm on, the man magically poofs out of nowhere. I think the man has a crush on me. You know, we all know Ruin Leon is low-key homosexual, right? I'm not outing the guy. I'm not, you know, dragging him out of the closet, you know, kicking and screaming, as Babs would say. But seriously, he was there, and you know, it was a shit talk fest, and everybody was there but the person who was getting shit talked, because I constantly getting timed out as like some kind of own. That's just a bitch move. But let's start Peeper's stream here. Let's see what good old Timothy had to say about good old Super Dave, y'all. And he starts off muted. That's real nice there, Peepers. Professional streamer, y'all. Seriously, guys.
Oh shit! I got to push the damn button.
Idiot, and I'm the fucking
Good
idiot.
morning, everybody. How are we doing this morning?
Tim, you call me the idiot. I've only done that once. Seriously, believe it or not. Yeah. So you've been doing this for how many years? Still can't unmute properly. All right, noted.
I see you in the waiting. I'll pull you in just a second there.
Oh yeah, Nerdy John was there. Everybody forgets about that nerd.
Just remember, I want everyone to remember something, right? It's just a troll, right? It's just kayfabe, right? It's just,
you have no right to say kayfabe, bro.
All this stuff is just jokes, and so, you know, we can't get upset about anything. We can't, you know.
Tim, you have no right to even talk about kayfabe. How fucking dare you?
This it's just what we do, right?
That's what I was told. That's what I was told. It's okay to be heartless and ruthless.
Videos about how our life utterly sucks because we're a drug addict and we have no friends.
See, now you're spinning shit. Good old Timothy. I was talking past tense. Why I started making videos. My life's gotten a hell of a lot better over these past almost 3 years. Hard work, my guy. You are not gonna put me back to where I was. I'll be damned if I will let somebody that looks like you with that fucking turkey neck gobbler, like that fucking user said, you have the neck of 3 grown turkeys. And you're trying to talk to me about how I have lived my life. Bro, you're living the life of like a 22-year-old boy. Look at your Star Wars posters, my guy. Look at your toys. Bro, you got, what is it, a sword? You got a sword, bro? And you're how old? Bro, give me a fucking break.
And so we go to the internet to make friends.
Yeah, I went to the internet to make friends because my therapist suggested, you know, like we've already discussed, I was diagnosed as having Asperger's. Well, actually, how it was described was the DSM, they took that Asperger's diagnosis away, and the doctor said I meet all the criteria of Asperger's, but he cannot diagnose me as Asperger's because they took that diagnosis away. So he had to diagnose me as autism spectrum disorder. So that's how I was diagnosed. So I was told by my therapist, you know, get to know your people, find your people. And at that time, I was just starting to learn about this commentary community, and I was hearing the word Spurg and all that, and chronically online, and I figured, why not give it a try? You know, I'm okay to try new things, because, like I said, all I was hanging out with was thieves, losers, scum. And I wanted to elevate my company. But all you get from this commentary community, what I've come to learn is better masking. You guys have all the same problems that I have, but you mask them better. And I'm at that point where it's like, I'm just done masking. What you see is what you get. And I'm okay with that. You're still in that phase, though, Timothy, where you want the approval, and it's a powerful thing, that approval, and it's gonna come back to bite you. That's all I'm gonna say.
And then we don't understand why, you know, these friends don't want anything to do with us.
When did I ever? Don't put words in my mouth, you fucking asshole. Like, seriously, you're not gonna put words in my mouth. All I've ever spoken about was Eli. And that's seriously upsetting to me. But that has nothing to do with you. But don't say that I'm upset that nobody wants nothing to do with me. Bro, I'm down like 7 followers, bro. What are you talking about? Do you know how much of a dickhead you sound like right now, my guy?
Because you're a loser. You're a loser in life. You're a loser online. Yeah. Losers lose.
Losers lose. I'm not, you can call me a loser, bro. That's okay. But what you will not call me is an active user. You will not call, you know, I will call you 10 times worse than what you can call me, because there's some dark shit in your past, my guy. And all my shit's aired out, as you said. You said I aired all my, I did. Fucking A, I did. Millions and millions of people in this world. And to play the holier than thou game is just really fucked up, bro, and it's gonna come back to bite you in the end. Mark my words.
Loser. You got the stench on you there. Meth town there, meth town. Yeah. So
no,
let's just
Timothy.
get into this. Yeah, I'd always had a policy that I wouldn't block people, that I would just mute them and go on. then do you know what? I'm gonna block them. I'm gonna start
Yeah.
blocking with
Yeah.
my life.
Yeah, he blocked me, then unblocked me to start shit with me, then does his stream and then reblocks me. Bro, you are a fucking piece of work, you are, bro. Seriously, the man did block me, and I was like, all right, good riddance to PeePaw. Man probably thinks I doxed him, which I didn't. And then he probably realized I didn't dox him, and let me unblock him. Then posts sloth memes insinuating I'm retarded, starting shit with me, and is mad that I responded to it. Then makes this little stream that we're reacting to now, then reblocks me. Dude, you're a pussy, bro, is what you are. You are literally a fucking pussy.
And didn't give these people another second thought. But that doesn't mean that that I'm not always prevalent on their minds. Always.
Get over yourself, bro. Get over yourself.
Always. They can't.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm fast forwarding. What is he calling me? Methtown or Mactown? I don't get what the fuck he's calling me. Like, seriously, bro. And then this guy talks about me not being original and this and that. This guy is just too much, man. I don't even know.
Really upset that, remember, he couldn't believe that I had brought his recovery into the conversation.
Again, I didn't say anything. If you go back and watch the video, people, I wasn't upset about it. But again, people were upset on my behalf. Going back to what I said about D-Max, how D-Max, just plays the poor sad guy and gets everybody riled up on his behalf. That's what happened with that PeePaw. Is I was like, meh, I don't know. And everybody got riled up on my behalf, and you had to apologize. You didn't have to, you did. But I told you privately, you didn't have to, because I wasn't even upset. So again, bro, you're full of fucking shit. You're making these narratives up that are non-existent. You want to seem like you're this guy, but you want to seem like you're this beloved philanthropist, but you're nothing more than an old pervert who's trying to get popular on the internet. Like, for real, bro, that's what it is. You're an old pervy man who's trying to make friends half your age, and you're throwing away your fucking hard-earned pension or whatever it is you got. God forbid if your mother passed and left you a small inheritance, and you're trying to flex it. Bro, that's how people see you, bro. They see you as a pervy old man trying to gain relevancy on the internet, just like they see me as a drug addict who's trying to get attention on the internet. Takes one to know one, my guy.
Yeah, worried about him because I knew how crazy this shit could get sometimes.
Dog, you don't know shit, bro, about how crazy shit gets. You do not have a single fucking clue, Tim. But you will, because people's sights are set on you now. And good luck with that. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't wish that on my worst fucking enemy. It's relentless. It's nonstop. You're going to have to pick up your phone and call your loved ones and warn them. Because if it is anything like I got from not only the Jeremy Hales fans, but these rogue commentary fans, bro, your loved ones are in for some shit, bro. Expect prank calls, expect nonstop bullshit, nonstop harassment, to the point where you're going to actually have to get the police involved. And then the police aren't going to want to play ball with you at first, because they're going to think it's a petty little internet thing, until you keep coming back day after day with more and more screenshots, more and more family members talking about calls, more and more nonsense. Then the police finally start taking you seriously. But that's about like a 3 to 4 month process. And during that whole time, you're going to be worrying about your loved ones. You're going to be worrying about your safety. You're going to be worrying about a lot. And like I said, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. But for you to speak to me about not knowing how hard people go, bro, you have no idea. You have not a slightest clue, my man.
Right. And I was actually genuinely concerned.
Fuck you and your concern.
It's not like he's ever had to take breaks, right? He never ever took any breaks, right? Because, well, you know, because taking breaks, right? I mean, for mental health, I mean, he wouldn't do that, right? Because he's strong, right? He's a strong person.
See, again, he's putting all this stuff onto me. You don't know me, my guy. You know nothing. Like I said, you know what I put on the internet, which is me cranked up a shit ton. You don't know me. So fuck you and your fake concern. That's what I have to say, bro.
He comes from a wrestling background, and he knows about all this stuff, right? So this is not a problem from him. Not in the slightest is this a problem for him. I mean, he would never, ever talk about taking a health or break, because it's just too much. You know, he doesn't have to take a break because someone DMCA'd him, or take a break and get a bazillion butt lift, right? Or have to postpone.
That was a good one. Not even gonna lie.
Because he needs to deal with mental health days, right? He wouldn't do that, right? We wouldn't sit there and do things like it. We wouldn't make fun of that stuff, right? Or people's addictions and shit, right? We don't do that's out of bound, right? Yeah, until it's not, right? Because it's okay to come in and say, oh, PeePaw's on benzos, right?
PeePaw's mad that I busted out his benzo addiction. Alleged benzo addiction. I shouldn't say this is what the rumors are, that PeePaw's on benzos. It's sad, man. I would really worry about that. I've seen too many people die from benzos, actually. God forbid if you find like a methadone patient who gets up with the wrong doctor, you know what I'm saying, and then they get prescribed benzos. Shit's a bad combo, man. I've seen people die, bro. And especially, God forbid, if you have sleep apnea, which by the look of them gobblers, bro, I would guess you have sleep apnea. Benzos and sleep apnea are not a good mix. And you look like a 2 Xanax bar kind of guy, 2 Xanax bars before bed. A long night at the strip club, come home, just want to pass out, so you pop them Xanny bars. Yeah, you don't look like you would toot Xannies. You look like you're more of a popper, so you probably pop them. Unless you parachute them, I wouldn't, put that past you either. But yeah, definitely PeePaw, the alleged benzo addiction is real. I've heard all about it firsthand.
One has to wonder, say no to Xanax, right?
Yeah, you got to.
That's okay. That's okay, right? And then the very next tweet, I mean, because here's where he's talking about me being on benzos. And then the very next one, he's talking about how his dear friend Gina, a childhood friend, is gone.
Yeah.
Addiction is real.
It is.
It's sad. It's sad about the dope on the streets.
It is. It's not even real dope.
Poor Gina here left behind 2 kids.
She did.
That's horrible.
It is horrible.
That's horrible. That's
fucking
horrible.
It is.
I mean, we shouldn't joke about people being on drugs or nothing, right, Methtown? That's
do what you gotta do, bro. I'm not the fucking. I'm just talking in my videos about what I want to talk about. You don't. I'm not. Who the fuck am I, bro? I'm a guy who makes content. You could take it or leave it, bro. And it sounds like you want to leave it, and that's your choice, bro. But like, here's my choices. If you're gonna make content about me, I have a right to rebut everything you say. And you do bring up my friend Gina, and she was a badass bitch, bro. I would have never expected Gina to actually do that. I heard she was in recovery and was doing real well. It sucks. The dope on the streets is not real dope, guys. You think you're buying a bag of H and there's no H in the bag. It's xylazine. I had to do research on that. It's like a veterinarian tranquilizer, trank dope. And to have that mixed with 2 different kinds of fentanyl, sad, bro. And these people get these samples off the streets, and they think they scored. I got a new dealer. I got a new connect. And they try the dope, and these dealers, they put such a high percentage of this fentanyl in the dope because they want their dope to be good. They want customers. That's why they're giving out free samples. And it just sucks because that's what cost Gina her life. And you put all this anger, like I'm upset. If you're going to talk shit about Gina, talk shit about Gina. I'm sure she's upset about, you know, wherever she is, whether she's up or down. I'm sure she knows she fucked up. And she probably deserves the ridicule, leaving her kids behind. I will be the one to say that. Overdoses are real. Drug addiction is real. How fucking... Just seriously, bro, you're making no points.
That's horrible. God.
And this passive aggressive shit, you know, he talks about, I have a dark side. Bro, you have a petty passive aggressive side. Like, you're the type of guy that, like, I would get a couple beers in me and I just want to bitch slap just because of who you are. And that's not me being a tough guy. That's just me explaining who I am. You're the type of person that I would just walk up to in a bar and literally just smack. That's how I am, bro. So that's how I feel right now. I'm getting those urges to just like, God grant me the serenity. That benzo joke really pissed that benzo joke really pissed peepers off, man.
Do that, right?
I'm getting bored.
He goes off on this tangent saying, did that asshole really throw a tantrum because he wanted to meet a fictional character from a kid's show?
Yeah, we covered
made
this.
For little girls? Wow. The guy snapped on me on PeePaw stream for bitching about autism, but then plays a victim when shit is said about him.
He does.
Plus, he ruins now recording. And
he does.
of course, he's talking about D-Max.
Fucking I am. Your boyfriend. Alleged. Your alleged boyfriend. Your sugar baby. Let's get it right. We got to get the terminology correct, y'all. D-Max is, in fact, PeePaw's sugar baby. His sugar brony. my little baby sugar brony. How's my little sugar boopskins doing?
Right?
Yeah, popped you on that. I fucking popped you on that one, didn't I there, PeePaw?
What the fuck is he on?
It's called entertainment, PeePaw. It's called a tweet. It's called expression. Not always ass kiss. It's not always check out this person's stream. I support this person. Let me lick this person's balls. I'm actually giving thoughts, bro. I'm expressing what's going through this head. You may say there's nothing going on up there but sawdust and all this queer shit. But that's, like I said, this is me cranked up. My volume is cranked up. That's how I have been approaching my Twitter posts. That's how I've been approaching all my content. I'm getting all this emotions and aggression and everything out, and it's really helping me in my IRL side of things. You may have to experience it on this side, but like I said, you found the block button. You don't have to deal with it. But if you hit the block button and continue to make content, that just makes you look like a little bitch. That's all I'm saying.
D-Max never yelled at you about being autistic.
How dare you say that? We can pull the tape. He told me to get over it. He told me, yo, grow up and get the... I'll pull the tape. He did. He did. He made a whole big deal about the Chris the Narc thing. He put on his big boy pants and tried to get loud with me. Pull the fucking tape. It's a part of your catalog there, peepers. Play it.
Retard. They're using... Well, thanks for the subscription words, because you didn't want to call a doxer a doxer.
What? See, I'm not even gonna that ninjas and gangsters debate. That was me on a bad day. I'll admit everything about that. And everybody says, "Oh, you've had it out for PeePaw ever since then." Guys, I'm jousting with PeePaw. That's what I am doing. The man is playing. He's like doing the whole shtick. He's doing the whole ordeal of I'm gonna be fake upset. That's what he's doing. I don't know, man. My problem is with D-Max. I think the guy just rubs me the wrong way. And do I think PeePaw is a gay lover? I'm about 50-50. I don't know if PeePaw is genuinely gay or he's looking for a young woman. That's where I'm at right now. It's like, I don't know if he wants to satisfy these bi urges he has or if he's just after young tail at this point. I'm seriously curious.
And then you did. And then you may, so you want to use words like ninja, gangsta.
I did. And it's still part of this community. And I love the fact that I was able to implement ninja gangsta doxers. I think that shit is fucking awesome, dude. I genuinely, my heart leaps with joy every time I hear somebody talk about ninjas or gangstas. It really, truly makes me happy.
Right, because those are some buzzy little words, right?
About as buzzy as diet and turkey gobbler.
Exactly. The dude's never had an original thought in his mind.
Look who's fucking talking. Look who is fucking talking. This fucking guy. Oh my God. How dare you? I don't have an original thought in my mind. Motherfucker, you're talking about my original thoughts. My original thoughts are on your fucking screen, you fucking loser, idiot, cocksucker, piece of shit. How's that, motherfucker? Seriously, you're saying I don't have an original thought, but you're talking about one of my original thoughts. Fucking idiots.
Ever. He gets his marching orders. He gets his talking points.
I got talking points one time in the past. You say I get marching. I don't talk to anybody really. I'm doing this for me and myself at this point. So fuck you, bro. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I like how you like to put me out as this fucking bumbling buffoon, but really it's you, bro. You talk about me not doing research when really that's you, bro. You talk about me being on drugs, but you're the one on benzos, bro. Again, it's like, look at your fucking self, pal.
And then he just goes on, right? That's all he ever does.
I just go on. You mean what? Providing original thoughts and entertainment? Yeah, I just go on, pal. I just go on. So he's covering all the stuff that we went over last night, which I already did. There he is. There's the meme he posted where he insinuated I was retarded, disabled, and that's making fun of the disabled, in my opinion. So I'm just bringing attention to that. Just bring it. Do I say it's right or wrong? No. But you are essentially doing that. Must be that dark side of yours, passive aggressive riveter. I'm going to fast forward a little bit because God knows I don't give a fuck about any of this.
Right? All your criminal history where you were detained or arrested, allegedly?
Yes, I was. I was arrested on domestic violence. Fucking A, I was. I sat fucking 3 days in jail for it, actually, until it was considered a no process and all charges were dismissed. And you see, they dismiss charges because you're not guilty. They have no case. So yeah, I get a little upset when people try to post that as if I was charged and convicted on such charges. No. But yeah, that's what happened. Okay.
Say allegedly because, these days, right? He's threatening to sue Slug right now. Boy, he got a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. But
the guy says I don't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. Okay, buddy, whatever you think. These guys think it costs so much money to file suit. It really doesn't cost shit but the filing fee. You do know that, right? There's something called pro se. You are entitled to represent yourself legally in the United States. So if you are willing to put the time in and draft all these documents by yourself, which I am, I find this stuff fascinating. Plus, I play chess with students at Marquette Law School here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and like we love talking about law and cases. I really genuinely enjoy it. So I have no problem filing suit. It really only costs 200 in the state of Wisconsin. It costs $281 to file suit here. So you pay that, and then you pay a processor fee to get the person served. And of course, this is all after you would serve a cease and desist first. And like I said, there's software now that helps you draft complaints. There's software now that helps you draft cease and desist letters, down to the point where they will actually look these people up for you and give you their address. And the software is there. The beauty of this country is you can literally sue anybody for anything. Yeah, and I have no problem, like I stated, using the law to defend myself. I have no problem with that. But this whole thing, like you have to be rich to use the judicial system, is a complete crock of shit. I would think somebody as learned as you and somebody who's actually worked in the school system would understand pro se and understand how drafting documents works and how filing fees work. Idiots, guys, act like you have to be a millionaire to file suit on somebody. Fucking asshole.
But he's by God going to sue Slug.
I never said I was going to sue the guy. I reminded him what he was doing was liable, and I feel the need that at this point, if the damages go any further, that's a case. But traditionally you would serve a cease and desist before anything. Like, that's first step of the road. You hit a person with a cease and desist, and you hit them with the demands. You want the videos or X thing. I want X liable to be removed by this date, or, suit will follow. It's that simple. These people are, wow, man.
For slander.
Nobody ever said slander, buddy. Said libel. Get it right, bro. See, again, you talk about me not doing research. You're putting an awful lot out into this world with not knowing what the fuck you're speaking on, my guy. I said liable.
Right? Yeah. But you post all your shit out there about you allegedly, right? You were detained, arrested, whatever.
I didn't post that. Again, where the fuck is your research, you fucking idiot? Hashish. Looked on some website called Judy Records, and that had an old arrest of mine. If you look at my actual rap sheet that's from the state of Wisconsin Circuit Court page, I have an eviction and I have a lawsuit from an anesthesiologist. That's what I have. And then there's this arrest. And there might have been like one other arrest when I got caught stealing a donut when I was fucking homeless. Yeah, so seriously, I put my shit out there, and I feel so much more free now that it's out there. I genuinely feel like a weight got lifted off my shoulders. That was a choice I made after I had that took from me from hashish. Something that you were going to learn about, I imagine, because it's very stressful. Having that guy literally strip all of your privacy is not a good feeling, man. It's not a good feeling. And I really, really don't want it to happen to you, bro. And I'm speaking to you from a real place right now. I hope it doesn't happen to you. But if it does happen to you, I hope you handle it better than I did. And that's me being as real and as from the heart as I can be. I hope you handle the brigadement. I hope you handle the nonstop humiliation to not only you, but your family. I hope you handle it with more grace than I did.
for domestic shit, right?
Yeah, it was domestic shit, and it was a juicy fucking story too. I mean, juicy fucking story. I think that's when I really come to realize I was asexual, when all that shit went down. I think me being asexual played a big part in all of that. And like I said, this all would have came out eventually. I would have told these stories to my audience, but that was stripped from me. So it was like, I might as well just say, yeah, that did happen. And I still plan on telling my audience that whole story, because I think it could help a lot of people who might be wondering why, wondering about their sexuality. Some people might be wondering why they're just not interested in sex, why they're not, actively pursuing their mate. There's a lot that can be learned from that whole story, and I do plan on telling it someday. But it's going to be told on my terms.
Anyway,
so let's keep going.
You put all that shit out there, right?
I did. When I was talking with Badwick, and Badwick said, when you put your life out online, you can't be mad at people who want to comment on it. And that was like, okay, Badwick, go off, man. You know what you're talking about. I cannot be mad at those, because I am putting it out into this world. So I can't be mad when the response is not what I expected. Those people have a mind of their own, and I'm not out to control them. I'm not out to make them view things a certain way. I can only explain my side.
That's what you did, Spurg ass. You just put all your shit in the business.
Technically, I am a Spurg. I do have Asperger's, so yeah, that fits. That shoe fits.
It's all in the street, right?
But see, like, that's the thing, is people go off about like this DV and all this stuff. Even if there was a DV charge that came of that, do you know how many millions of people fight with family members and it's DV? Do you know? I mean, and I'm not trying to excuse domestic violence, but it's like, bro, this world is mighty, mighty big. Something tells me your granddaddy probably had a few DV charges there, Timothy. So, yeah, I don't get the gotcha on that. Even, like I said, it was a no process, but still, if it was a process, all that proves is I fought with a family member in the past. Okay, whatever, bro. This is boring, guys.
Here's the thing, right? This is what he actually responded to Matt, right?
Yeah, I covered all that.
But anyway,
here's where PeePaw talks about Narcan, because I brought up his blood pressure. This is a real good line here. He told me he hopes I have Narcan on hand.
Cat heading around there, because I'd hate for you.
Here we go.
Hope you have some Narcan heading around there, because I'd hate for you and all your little friends to take the big sleep bear meth down.
Yeah, that's a real concern there. I don't hang out with active users anymore, though, Tim. I'm not really big on people. Hence the reason why I spend a lot of time online. But for you to say something like that shows your real evil side, bro. I brought up your blood pressure, and your turn to that is, I hope your friends don't kill themselves with drugs. Fucking classless, bro.
But anyway,
like I said, at least me, when I'm posting and doing stuff, it's me cranked up. This is you being genuine and real. And the genuine and real you, bro, I could see why your wife fucking hates your guts. I could see why she secretly hopes for you to die, bro. And that's me being real. Yeah, bro, you're a fucking sick, twisted person for that one, bro. That's on the level of my D-Max joke, in my opinion. Asking if somebody was S8 as a child and then wishing people death by overdose. knowing I'm an advocate for recovery, just because your feelings are hurt, and you're passing judgment on me, shoe don't fit, bro. Shoe does not fit. You're an evil fucking soul, bro. And yeah, I wish nothing good for you, bro, after that. And I do have Narcan, by the way. Everybody should have it in their household. Whether you use drugs or not, you could save a fucking neighbor's life. You could save a stranger's life. You don't know if some fucking stranger comes pounding up on your door, saying that they were in a car and their friend's lips are turning blue. If you had the power to save a life, you would save that life. So yes, I do have Narcan. A fucking evil person you are, bro. Evil.
He talks about how I have this legion coming at me.
You do.
Legion coming at me, right? He says here, I had to fight the defamation coming from my camp. My camp?
Your
what
camp.
What the hell you mean my camp?
Your camp. Like I just fucking said. The Nerdy Johns, the maggots, the cucks, the xylies. Your camp, bro. Your yes men. That's what I'm talking about. Your yes men and yes lesbians is what I'm talking about. Your camp. The same 4 people that like every single one of your tweets. That's your camp, bro. That's what I'm talking about. Guys, I'm getting real upset right now. That Narcan joke really, yeah, that didn't sit right with me, bro. Give me a second. All right, I'm back, guys. Sorry about that. Yeah, let's take a look at this. This is right where PeePaw starts taking callers. But before I do anything, I just want to make sure I'm a super big dickhead and leave that for my good friend Tim.
I don't think I had anything to do with that. It's loser decisions that you've always done.
Loser decisions. Yeah, a lot of my decisions have been fucked. But like I said, I've been really doing well for the past 3 years. What you may still think is loser behavior to me is actually improved behavior, and I'm quite proud of myself. So but like I said, bro, you're not paying my bills. The state's not paying many of my bills either. So keep making shit up, my guy.
On your own? You're not on your own. You've already said you live with your brother and his girlfriend, and you lay.
No, my brother and his girlfriend have been staying with me. Me and my brother were homeless together, you see. We got out of homelessness together. We got housed together. My brother then got into a relationship, and she is now diagnosed with type 4 glioblastoma, tumors in the brain. So you talk about all these relations going on between my brother and his loved one. No, I'm dealing with fucking radiation, chemotherapy, sickness. I'm dealing with a lot right now. And for you to assume that you know what my daily struggles are and what goes on my daily time, besides the 3 tweets you see a day and my weekly video, really shows the evilness inside this man.
In the bed next to him at night, hearing them bang while you're sitting there.
See, there we go, hearing them bang. How fucking dare you, bro? How fucking dare you? Why don't you plow your old lady before you talk about Jamie, bro? How about you try to pleasure the woman under your roof instead of giving all your hard-earned money to e-whores in hopes that they will give you a titty picture so you can whack your small little pecker in your Star Wars room? Bro, you make me fucking sick. Why don't you go down on your wife for once and tell her you love her and show her how much she means to you and say, baby, I'm not even gonna stream today. Fuck them e-whores. I want to make you breakfast in bed. But now you seem like the guy that plows your old lady maybe once a year on Valentine's Day. Maybe you go down on her on anniversary. But bro, you are in a loveless fucking marriage, and it's so fucking obvious. For you to be worried about my brother's sex life. Yeah, and now I feel completely justified in talking about your fucking old lady, bro. You bring my fucking brother into this, and you bring fucking his significant other into this. Bro, you are a fucking cock-sucking piece of shit. That really, bro, I hope I see you out. And you could call that a if you want to. You are a cocksucker, bro. Now I can see why you are harboring homosexual tendencies towards Damien, and bro, you are a real fucking piece of shit, bro. Fucking Jamie.
You're sucking your thumb saying, oh, I don't want anything to do with sex.
What did this fucking guy say? Bro, I live in a nice, beautiful house. It's plenty big, bro. I'm happy with it. Yeah, I rent. I don't own a fucking nerd shack like you do. This dude's probably got "keep girls out" sign on his fucking doorway, because he doesn't want to touch his wife.
What? On your own shit.
Yeah, bro, that's what happens when you live in a fucking homeless shelter for 3 fucking years, bro. You end up on your own, bro. That's what happens. So stop acting like you fucking know me. You don't know me from the size of your fucking underwear, bro. Because it fluctuates so much. You get what I'm saying? I'm saying you're fucking huge, bro.
You're not on your own. You never have been.
Yeah, I have been. I've actually been on my own since probably 24 years old. I've been on my own. Yeah. So tell me more about what you know about me, you fucking asshole.
You've been taken care of by the fucking state all your life.
No, really, no. No. That's really, even the homeless shelters aren't funded by the state. Those are funded by the church. So I was helped by good-hearted Christians more than I was helped by the state. I was helped by good-hearted people. I was helped by good-hearted Muslims. I was helped by good-hearted Jews, believe it or not. The Baptists really helped me out a lot. The state, especially here in Wisconsin, they really don't do much for the homeless. But keep pretending like you fucking know me, bro. Keep applying every single stereotype about the homeless and drug addicts, and keep trying to apply that to me, because all it does is show my viewers how fucked you really are, because my viewers really know me. You guys got to remember, I brought viewers to this community. I spent time building my audience before I came into this community. That's why I'm not losing lots of viewers, because my viewers are my viewers. They're not commentary crowd. This is extra viewers. The commentary viewers are just extra. As we listen to these calls here, Leon says, try to grow your audience. Best advice he could have gave, because that's what I'm doing.
Oh, let's see here. What else? Got some callers. I'll put in Nerdy John. He was in there first. What's up, Nerdy?
Yeah, what's up? It's my favorite subject are losers in the community.
Meth Town? Oh, Meth Town?
Meth Town. This Nerdy John. I mean, talk about another fellow autist. This guy is severely autistic as well. And it shows so much. And this is another guy who acts like he knows me, but he knows my tweets. That's what he knows. So let's hear what Nerdy John has to say. Guys, I'm going to be tapping out on this soon, just so you guys know. I feel like I've been talking a lot, and we might have to make a 2-parter out of this, but it gets quite repetitive. It's just him talking shit. And, there's not much more to rebut.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, remember, it's okay to talk about people being assaulted and joking about it, but it's not okay to make fun of my disabilities. Okay,
Exactly. Exactly.
No, see, again, this is where people try to insert their narrative. You guys got to remember, this Chris the Narc situation happened before I was really ingratiated into the commentary community. So you guys got to remember, here's the new guy coming into the community, me bitching about being called autistic, and I was told that's how this community is. You have to be okay with it. You know, it's all jokes. It's jokes. So when I start cracking jokes, whether it's an essay joke or not, I'm told, hey, man, hold up. Or I'm told I'm being a hypocrite. When in actuality, I'm just trying to play by your guys' rules. You guys told me it's fair game, right? And what I said is, even if it's fair game or not, that still crossed the line. But now they're trying to play it like, oh, he's a hypocrite. He's a hypocrite. I may be a hypocrite about a lot of things, but that's not one of them. Seriously, guys. All I'm saying is it's rules for me, but not for thee. And this community plays that game better than anyone else.
Right.
Yeah.
Research. We don't have to do research, Methtown. We just make shit up. Remember?
You do. That's what this whole stream was. You talk about not doing that's what you just did, Tim. You this whole stream was you making shit up when you could have easily done research. You go on and on about down the road here about how my family left me and this and that. It takes 30 seconds to watch a video where I talk about my family passing away. My family didn't leave me. They didn't run away from me or get sick of my drug addict ways. Lies. But I have to do research, but you don't. Rules for me, but not for thee.
That's what you do. It's all for jokes. It's all for yucks.
My dude, are you really getting on people to do quote unquote research?
Yeah.
Yeah, I am, because this whole stream is bullshit. This whole stream is lies. This whole stream is a guy trying to stand on his soapbox and act like he's so much better because he's got some inheritance money or something, and he's got a few extra dollars that he can throw around to young women in hopes of getting some tit pics. Plus a few extra retweets on his tweets, because you know he's a big time celebrity, big time web streamer in the commentary community. Give me a fucking break.
Yeah, all of his bills are in his name. They
are. And I'm not talking about Netflix. I'm talking about leases in my motherfucking name, electrics in my motherfucking name, utilities in my motherfucking name. That's usually what happens when you're in your 30s. You know, usually you handle your own at some point, right? I mean, unless if you are still on dope or still sucking on the parents' teat, or you know, just being an overall immature asshole. I chose to grow up, and I am so proud of myself for that. Whether if I got help from the church or not, I still was able to maintain that sobriety and be able to maintain my lease and maintain a clean apartment and keep it stocked full of groceries and do all this with help sometimes, but not financial. So yeah, whatever, man, whatever.
He's his own man, and he pays his own way in this world. He wants people to know that.
I do want people to know. I bet you your son's the reason Tim, see, let me just go off on a tangent like Tim does here. I bet the hatred he was spewing right there is real hatred towards his sons, because I guarantee you his sons come to him with their hands out, begging for shit, wanting shit from him, and he's probably sick of giving it because that's less money for his e-horse. You see what I'm saying? So he's really trying to project all of his hatred that he has towards his kids on me. So there you go. That's my synopsis.
The Netflix bill. I'm living on my own.
Netflix bill, bro? I don't even watch TV, bro. If you don't know, it's kind of about my content. I'm kind of content brained at this point in my life. I can't tell you the last show I've even watched. And I'm a sucker for like old school Star Trek and The Sopranos. So if I'm gonna watch any TV, I'm going back to reruns. So that's what that is, guys. But keep thinking you know me.
That's probably what it is. He probably pays for
Yeah.
some of the bills with like whatever money he gets from the state, and then he's like, "Oh, you see, guys, I'm
Whatever money he gets from the state. Whatever you say there, pal.
living on my own."
No, I live with my brother on my. It's the lease is in my name. It's in his name too, but that's how we live. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
Let's see. I think Maggot has.
This
Maggot, how are you this morning?
this lady really bad vibes. I get such bad vibes from this woman, and from what I hear, allegedly she's like the worst mother. She's like this active user who does drugs in front of her kids and subjects her kids to drug usage. I'm not saying she force feeds her kids drug, but she uses drugs in the open with her kids, allegedly. I guess she's had several CPS visits, which sucks. I mean, I don't wish CPS visits on anybody on the internet. I'm not for that. But imagine how mad somebody would have to be at you, or imagine how bad of a mother they have to really truly believe you are to get social services involved. That's some sad shit. I feel bad for Maggot. I don't know if she's a good mother or not. From what I understand, she keeps her kids off of social media after all that happened, and I think that's a smart move. But for somebody who doesn't care about me or what I say, she sure did get upset about every single one of my tweets. She really does have a parasocial relationship with Mr. D-Max. She told me she loves the guy, and like she seriously said love like affectionate romantic love, not platonic friend love. Very parasocial, came off very odd. She was basically telling me she was upset on D-Max's behalf. So basically I just got a lot of bad juju from this woman. From what I understand, her past is very fucked up, more fucked up than my past, believe it or not. And she comes around here like she's little Miss Big Bad, and she's really just another autist who's trying to make it in this community. She's a social climber. She's a flip-flopper. These are all observations I've just noticed within the past year or so. Somebody I genuinely want nothing to do with. So she has lots to say about me, and I don't even want to speak on her. All I can speak to is what I have heard, the allegations, as they call it. I do not wish anybody to call any social services on anybody. I don't support doxing of any kind. I don't support any of this type of shit. So let that be known. Maggot, I just don't like you at this point. I wish you all the best. So I really hope you focus on parenting. That's when you make the choice to have children. I chose not to have children. So I can be greedy and be selfish and focus on my career and everything. You don't have that right. So maybe stop picking up that phone and start picking up your kid every now and then. Okay?
Morning.
Hello. It's way too early for this bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
You have your monster with you?
I do. I needed Monster this morning.
I got a ghost with me.
So how you doing this morning there, Ruin Leon? We're
Fucking nerds. And then, like I said, Ruin Leon comes in and basically just snaps on everybody. Says everybody shares the small audience. Basically says nobody has any right to say anything. And it just keeps going on and on and on. And I just don't feel like listening to it anymore, guys. In synopsis, I basically just want to say that PeePaw, do you, my guy, but don't expect everybody to be diehard PeePaw fans. I am most definitely not a PeePaw fan anymore. Honestly, never really was much of a PeePaw fan. I come to find you as a weird old man. You probably find me as a loser drug addict, and I find you as an old pervy man looking for sugar babies, whether they are young male twinks or young Asian females or just young white females. Throw a middle-aged Puerto Rican in there, and you got everybody that your wife isn't. And I really feel for Mrs. Riveter. I think that girl really needs some hugs and kisses. You know, Valentine's Day can't come soon enough for this old lady. She just wants to spend some time with her beau, but he's busy buying whores computers for tit pics, allegedly. And that's grimy. I can't wait. I shouldn't say I can't wait, but I'm not going to be sorry when, you know, this gets picked apart by the commentary community, especially that small little niche, that legion I was talking about. They have a way with words, and they're going to pick and prod, and they'll get the truth out of good old Tim there. And I would like to say I feel bad for him, but I probably won't, guys. And like I said, whether I'm being serious or bullshitting, motherfuckers, you'll never know. I'm just having fun on the internet. And if you can't get down with that, you know, don't subscribe, don't watch my videos, don't follow me. This is just shits and gigs. And if you guys can't get down with shits and gigs, I don't know what to tell you. Check out Mr. Beast or something. I'm motherfucking Super Dave, and this is the Super Dave Stories podcast. With all that being said, guys, I love you. Go tell somebody else you love them, and kiss your wife for God's sakes. Tell her you love her. PeePaw. Peace.